Welcome, everyone, to another great edition of Cityscape. We are out of the McAllen Creative Incubator, so right outside of our studios, the South Texas AuthorCon is taking place. I want to welcome everyone that's watching us over Facebook Live, over YouTube, over our TuneIn Radio app, as well as over 97.7 FM, over the airwaves in McAllen and Mission and Edinburgh. So today we have a great guest in the studio. We have Dr. Jacob Howell.
It is a pleasure to be here speaking with you guys, and an honor. It's a great event happening out here. If you're in the area, stop by the McAllen Incubator. A lot of great local authors, writers, great talent. And of course, being here with you guys here in the radio station, it's an honor and pleasure.
Welcome. Thank you for making the time to come out here and talk to our audience. Now, I know, aside from being an author, you are also a city commissioner for the city of Mercedes,
yes,
right?
City of Mercedes, where tradition meets innovation. So, yes, sir.
I like that slogan. That's nice. So now tell us about your books. I understand you have 6 books.
I have 6 books. These are my 2 latest ones. You can find my books on just searching my name, Jacob Howell, or Dr. Jacob Howell, on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Goodreads, you name it. They're available worldwide. And I'm very humbled. I've had a great audience, great fan base and people that support the cause for local authors and writers. So thank you. And if I always say, like they like to say, shop local, I always say read local. So always support your local talent. There's a lot of great authors and writers and talent out there in general in the RGV.
That's right. So I'm always telling folks, we are all about promoting local talent. So thank you for making the time and for reiterating our mission, of promoting local talent.
Well, if it wasn't for people like yourself and your organizations and the radio station, many of us may not even be known. And so for you guys to be promoting local writers, talent, musicians, and local people in general, that serves a good deed in itself, and that's impactful work.
Thank you very much. So now tell us a little bit about your series or your books. Do they follow a series or an independent, each and every one of them?
Yeah, so most of my books are self-help book, business book. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an educator. I'm always big on promoting self-awareness, and what I like to say, unlocking your winning mindset. In fact, that's one of my books is called Unlocking Your Winning Mindset. And so that's kind of what I focus on. I feel like there's a lot of talent, there's a lot of potential in people, but you may not know it. And it takes, as an educator, I like to say we're builders of builders. And it always was a teacher, somebody, your dad, your grandma, somebody that inspired you to be somebody great. And sometimes you can help unlock a child's mind, or somebody, or even yourself. If no one else believes in you, if you believe in yourself, you can be anybody.
That's fantastic. I love the title of this one here, the Negotiations Bible, Effective Strategies for Personal and Business Success.
Yes. So I feel in life in general, life's a negotiations. If you think about it, anytime you go to Whataburger, anytime you go to any restaurant, it's a negotiation. I want pickles, no ketchup, this and that. Especially as an educator, I work with at-risk kids, and I always tell kids this: look, the kids that make bad choices, I said, look, you're going to have to negotiate and become a good negotiator in life to be successful. And they say, well, what do you mean, Dr. Howell? I said, well, look, you're going to have to give up something to get something better. And giving up what? Giving up bad decisions, drugs, bad friends to get what? A better education, better friends, a better life. And so that itself is negotiation. But the Negotiation Bible is effective strategies for personal, business, and success. And there's a lot of strategy in there for business, and in life in general. I'm big on negotiations. I'm a certified negotiating agent for Coldwell Banker, and I'm into real estate as well. So some of those tips and negotiations that I've learned in life and in my training, it kind of inspired the book.
Fantastic. If you're just joining us, we're sitting here with Dr. Jacob Howell, author, and he is sharing with us about his series or his books. And there are, self-help,
yes,
motivational, inspirational. And so where can they get a hold of your books?
Again, so the books are available worldwide Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Goodread. We're very close to trying to get into Walmart, so hopefully that deal can go through here soon. But any major bookseller, Barnes and Nobles will have this book, and if they're not in stock, you can order them or go to the counter and they can help order it for you. They're available online, and so again, thank you for the people that do support not only myself but local writers and authors, because I'm from here. I'm from the RGV, and for these books to be available not only locally but worldwide, that says the impact and the way technology in general has come from a long way. My father was a writer, and I remember him just writing and just going to like a local, just starting off like from like a local printer shop, getting his first book out there, and kind of selling it from later, it going to available worldwide as well. So technology has gone, I mean, it's crazy. Literally in a push of a fingertip, you can find thousands, millions of books. And not only that, I mean, local writers, but find out who your local writers and authors are. I mean, that's why an event like this is impactful.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sure.
what you guys do, I mean, just giving the notion of who we are and just exposing us to the outside environment and to the rest of the valley. That's great. So thank you again, and thank you for having me.
Appreciate the kind words. Any words of encouragement to anyone watching who says, you know what, I'd always wanted to write a book. I've always wanted to put down my thoughts into paper. Any words of encouragement you can share?
So it's funny how you say that, sir, because here recently I was talking to a lady just outside here in one of my booths. She came to visit me, and she was like, you know what, I thought about writing. Is it hard? I said, nah, it's not hard. I said, it's hard because you're making it hard. I said, you need to unlock your winning mindset, get that mental block, and believe in yourself, even if it starts with a diary. I will say everybody needs to write, and either write a book or a diary, because it leaves something behind for your kids, your grandkids, either to read about you, your life. Like I told her, she was actually a nurse. I said, imagine your grandkids reading about your experience during COVID, the people you helped, your life, what you were experiencing, the family. And imagine 20, 30 years from now, your grandkids reading that book in your diary. That's
Right.
impactful.
Be a family treasure.
Yeah, of course.
I like that. Unlocking the winning mindset.
Unlocking your winning mindset. Yeah, that's actually one of my books, and I'm big on that. And because I feel like there's so much potential in people, but we are our own worst enemies. And we can just unlock that. In fact, the cover is a safe, and it's a safe because I feel like we are the safe. Your winning mindset, the trophy room, is ourselves. And of course, spiritually, with God's help and with motivation, we can become a lot of great things. So I'm big on that. I'm big on self help and just driving people to be the best versions of themselves.
That's very interesting imagery, because a safe, is not only locking people out but locking people
Of course.
in. You're locking yourself in.
Of course.
I like that. That's neat.
Yes.
That's great. Is there, as we wrap up, is there anything else that we might have forgotten to cover that you want to mention right now?
Well, just in general, like I said, I'm very proud and passionate of what I do, not only in education, promoting literacy, promoting education, promoting self-help. And I'm very proud of my latest book here, Position Your Team to Win. And it's organizational leadership strategies for creating winning teams in a culture. And it's very important, I feel, in many of the talks. In fact, I just came from 2 weeks ago speaking at a coaching conference. And now I'm going to speak here one in next week in Brownsville to a group of business leaders and on organizational leadership. And I feel like it's very critical and important to have a winning team and a winning culture. Quick stat, the University of California, Berkeley did a study, and they said, if you bring in a person, let's just say a bad apple into your organization, whether a science department, your finance department, whatever department it may be, a sports locker room, let's say Chicago Bulls, you bring in a bad player, okay, and he's not willing to learn and develop as a coach as well, and as a former coach, in those locker rooms, a bad player in a bad locker room will spread like cancer. It's bad. Same thing with the organization. Same thing with the school district. And what that study found is productivity will go down, and negativity in that locker room and productivity in general will go down 30%. 30%, that's huge. Where if you bring in somebody that's positive or willing to learn, willing to develop, your productivity will go up 15%. So I would say, what do you want? You want 15% on the upside or double that on the negative side, 30% down. In a nutshell, the Chicago Bulls didn't win their championship in 92, 93. They said, what do you mean? I said, the Bulls won a championship in 1985 when they drafted a player by the name of Michael Jordan. They saw a player that they believed in, just like if someone that gave you a job, whether you're a teacher, whether you're an engineer, whether you work at a radio station, they believe in you. So be the best version of you because somebody drafted you. Somebody believes in you to make a positive impact. And so look what the dynasty that Jordan built. He became a leader and made everybody around him better. And that's what your organization believes in you and wants you to do. And of course, everybody has a role, and we're all role players. Depending on what your role is, you can get the job done and be impactful. And that's what this book's about. And with different strategies and methods and different stories. I used to be a strength coach for the St. Louis Cardinals organization. And in that locker room, we saw a lot of great things. Jaime Garcia from Sheridan, local talent, pitched in the World Series. I wasn't on that team. I joined the organization after that, but he has a World Series championship ring. He's a local guy. Sheridan, Valley, 956. Puro 956, by the way, right? So you can't tell me there is not talent in championship people here. Of course there is. And so believe in yourself, unlock your winning mindset, position yourself to win.
I like that. Dr. Wow, I want to invite you over to come back and share with us on a schedule, if you will, because I believe there's a lot that you can share here that our viewers, that our audience could benefit from.
Of course, and thank you for having me. And anybody that's also doing, we talked about the ministry and Lord's work. We also do missionary work for the Lord in border missions. Like I said, let's continue doing great work for that, whatever your belief is in. Let's just continue to do that. Great things for people, impactful things, and we'll go from there.
That's right. Leave this world better than how we found it.
Of course, right? That's the goal and that's the plan.
Yeah, that's right. So once again, go out and pick up a book, one of Dr. Jacob Howell's books.
If it's not my book, pick any local author's book. It would come by Author Con. Thanks to Dave and the radio station for promoting us. The City 97 point. I didn't even know. I'd heard about this radio station before, and I got excited to be able to get invited to jump on. And the job that you guys do in promoting, like I said, local talent, authors, musicians, just local RGV. I love it.
So thank you. No, thank you. Then the doors were always open here on 97.7 FM to come back and share with us your many stories and many accomplishments. We wish you the best in all of your endeavors. And we encourage you guys to go out and pick up a copy, one of his 6 books, all over the place. Barnes & Noble, Amazon. Just
Goodreads, you name it. Hopefully Walmart here soon. So
that's right. Type in his name, Dr. Jacob Howell, and his books will pop up.
And like they say in Greek, Pagin kai niski, which means go and be victorious in Greek.
Right.
Thank you.
That's right. Excellent way to end this show. Keep watching channel 97.7 FM on YouTube and Facebook, and keep listening to 97.7 FM over the airwaves. Until next time, keep listening.
Thank you. God bless.